Okay, here we go. We have Herbert Hoover and Charleston Catholic getting ready to go at it. And it's going to be a fun one here. Gosh, I don't know how. This is let's see. This will be the 13th game I have called in 2 days. For some reason, I'm still able to talk. And we're getting ready for this one as the two teams take the court. And we're going to have a fun one here. The first 3 games, Buffalo defeated Polka women's basketball, and then Sissonville defeated Independence, while Ripley defeated Pikeview. And here we go. As it's going to be Hoover and Charleston going at it. And it's tipped up and into the hands of the Irish. And that'll be number 22, Sarah Rahan, starting with the basketball, and she'll give it to Rushworth. And the ball's moved around. Rushworth up top, takes it in against the zone, gets it out, thrown inside, and little jumper up, miss. Rebound goes to Herbert Hoover. And that'll be number 11, Sadie Worley, who got the rebound, and she'll also control the point. As Herbert Hoover looking to move the ball, they throw it in, and it's number 22, Bella Haas, with the basketball. And it's up to Hill. And back out. Good ball movement from Herbert Hoover early, swinging it around side to side. And that's number 11, Worley. She'll look. Thrown inside and deflected, kicked out. And here we go. Herbert Hoover taking their time with the basketball. As it's kicked out, Hill for 3, missed it. And the rebound goes off to number 2, Emma Cottrell. And it's thrown inside, kicked out, and faked jumper up and good, or missed. I thought that was going in. And jump balls situation, as possession arrow will stay with the Huskies of Herbert Hoover. As she slaps, does Worley, and looks, and she gets it in. Taken inside, put up, and missed, rebounded. That's going to go to Charleston Catholic. As it's thrown down court, they're going to try to go to the inside and attack. And 3 ball up and way out. That's going to go back to Herbert Hoover. No score so far. We had a couple shots taken. Of course, Herbert Hoover, when they missed last time, they were able to get a couple rebounds to help themselves out tremendously. As it's thrown across court, and they're moving the basketball. Screen set, thrown to the corner. Lobbed way cross court, and that's going to go. Almost went over to me. My hands were ready this time. I caught one yesterday off my guard, but that one hits my desk, as now Herbert Hoover will get the basketball, and Worley will control the point. As it's taken, deflected. And that's going to be taken inside, thrown to the corner. And up top to Worley. She'll give it over to Hill, who attempted a 3 earlier. And back up top, Emma Cottrell with it. As it's driven inside, ball put up. And that's going to be rebounded by Charleston Catholic. That's number 11, Heidi Brammer, with the rebound, and we have a foul on the play. And that foul will go against Wilcox, Colleen Wilcox of Herbert Hoover. That'll be her first, the team first. As we have no score so far, both teams moving the ball around. as it's taken against the pressure and thrown out. Ball kept alive and down court. A jump shot, no, it's going to be thrown inside, deflected out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Irish. As it's inbounded. And confusion, I think confusion on that play is now it's going to be inbounded. And it's lobbed to the corner, deflected out of bounds. Good defense from number 11, Sadie Worley, forcing the Charleston Catholic to have to reset. And it's inbounded up top to number 10, Rushworth. She's going to post up and give it back out. Herbert Hoover in his own, and it's blocked by Hill. And Worley on the run. She's going to be outnumbered defensively. She'll try the three and miss it. Rebound off and into the hands of number 33, Williams, who's checked in for Charleston Catholic. Nearly half the first quarter, still no score. This one's going to be, you can tell these two teams are disciplined defensively, and they take their time and play a more controlled offensive pace. So we'll see likely a lower scoring game here as it's thrown over. And inside, double teamed, kicked out. Ball's thrown up and missed. Rebound goes to Herbert Hoover. And Worley nearly loses control. Throws it over, and it goes off the foot of Cottrell, but she's able to hang on and kick it back out. And we've got a tie-up for the ball, and that's going to give the possession arrow. We'll give it to the Irish. A good hustle from Rushworth to get there. And a timeout on the court. And we'll take it too. We'll be right back. You're watching Video Productions. And we're back. It's Irish basketball as it's thrown inside. Rushworth drives, and she's going to take it and set up the offense as neither team scored at this point. And it's going to be lobbed inside, deflected by Worley, but back into the hands of Rushworth. She'll take the jumper and miss it. Rebound off and into the hands of Wilcox. As now Haas controls it. And it's over to Hill for the jumper. She got it. Number 34, Natalie Hill with the jumper. And she'll open up the game as it's 2-0 Huskies. As the Huskies pressing, Charleston Catholic kicks it out. And a fight for it, jump ball. And that's going to give it back to the Huskies of Herbert Hoover. And now Bella Haas has control in the basketball. She throws it in. Hill again, puts it up and scores. Natalie Hill with her second bucket. And it's inbounded. Lobbed over to number 1, Carter. She's going to go inside. Nice take from Layla Carter, and she gets to the bucket. And she'll have the opportunity to get the three-point play as she'll get to go to the line. And this one's up and in and out. Rebound by Hill. Worley controlling the ball. And she'll give it over. Outside, Hill, who's had all four of Herbert Hoover's points, gives it back out. And they'll give it over. And back up top to Worley. Hill back to Worley. Oh, just slid down. That's going to be a traveling violation, just unfortunate. And there's got to be a lot of perspiration on the ground. All the games that's been on the gym floor, all these games that have been played here over 2 days. As now the Huskies pressing, and it's going to be launched down court. Carter drives inside, and she's going to pick up the foul. And that one will go against number 5, Wilcox, I believe. And that'll be her second. And that'll be the team's third. As it's going to be inbounded up top. Rushworth drives inside, puts it up, and poked out. Hill comes up with the board. As it's a run, 3-ball up and miss. Rebound Rushworth. And Rushworth the other way gets fouled. And good sportsmanship there to. That's going to go against Bella Haas, number 22, her first and the team fourth. One more foul on the Huskies will give the Irish the opportunity for the penalty bonus here at the end of the quarter. As the first one up by Rushworth goes in and out. And she's going to get one more. Rushworth's second free throw misses. Rebound up, and it'll go to Rushworth. Charleston Catholic 0 for 3 from the free throw line. And a whistle blows, and that's going to stay with Charleston Catholic here. As neither team shooting well. Charleston Catholic 1 for 7, and Herbert Hoover 2 for 8. As it's thrown up. Miss, rebound off into the hands of Worley. And she'll take it and set up the offense. I know who I'm going to if I'm Herbert Hoover. I find a way to get Hill that basketball. They had her open there. Hill, I try to find a way to get her open. She scored all 4 of their points so far. And Haas out to the corner. And air ball. And that's going to go off. And that's going to go against number 12, that foul, Katie Wentz. That'll be her first and the team's 5th. So now that's what I was talking about, because now that puts a penalty situation and that will favor Charleston Catholic, as they will get to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that'll be number 10, Mary Rushworth. Although if you're a Herbert Hoover fan, then you have to like the idea that she has missed her first 2 shots. But we'll see. She could catch on here, as she'll put the first one up, and it rattles off. One more coming up. Charleston Catholic 0 for 4 from the line. As the second shot, in and out. There's just a lid on that rim right now. Jump ball, and it's going to go to Herbert Hoover. And they're probably, given their style of play, going to hold it for the last shot. As it's inbounded, Haas will run the point. She'll give it over to Worley, inbound toss under the bucket, puts it in. Nice cut by Bella Haas. As that's going to be that's going to go over now, and Carter will drive, put it up, and miss it. Rebound, there's still a couple seconds left, and Herbert Hoover will hang out on. So the end of the first quarter, it's 6-2. Herbert Hoover leading Charleston Catholic. We're going to take a break and come back. You're watching the West Virginia Fellowship of Christian Athletes Hoops Classic on Video Productions. And we're back, getting ready to start the second quarter. The Herbert Hoover Huskies as they lead 6-2 over Charleston Catholic. As the teams get ready to break huddle, and I mean, this has just been an ice cold performance so far. Charleston Catholic 1 of 9 from the field. Herbert Hoover 3 of 10 from the field. A difference that could have favored Charleston Catholic a little bit. Free throw shooting as they were 0 for 5. Herbert Hoover 0 for 12. Leading the rebounds 12-6 in that category, as now it's thrown out, and that's going to be back up top. And Herbert Hoover in a zone, and that's thrown over, lobbed inside, high post. Rushworth inside, and this ball's poked out and into the hands of number 12, Katie Wentz, as Worley gives it to Haas, who had a good bucket toward the end of the first. She's cut off, gets it out. Wentz for the jumper, and it's blocked by Carter. Layla Carter gets in the air, makes a good block, and now a foul. Carter with excellent length at her position, and she used that to her full advantage. And that foul is going to go against Cottrell. That'll be her first and the team's first of the quarter. As it's inbounded now, Rushworth beats the press, and she's going to go into Hill, throw it up, and miss it. But she's going to get to go to the line. Mary Rushworth 0 for 4 for there so far. But, I mean, she's going to get one of those to fall at some point. And when she does, that's going to be Hill's second foul, by the way. And when she does get them to fall, that will put her in a rhythm from there. As she does a good job getting to the line and misses the first. One more coming up for Rushworth, as Hill goes out of the game for Herbert Hoover. And Julie Bird checks in for the Huskies. One more coming up, and Rushworth got it. And she gets her first point from the free throw line, and it's 6-3 here in the second quarter. Haas with the ball, gives it up to Worley. As it, Haas wanted the three and just thought it too much, and that'll be a turnover. Third team turnover, Herbert Hoover with 3 turnovers, and Charleston Catholic with 2 right now. As that's Rushworth throws it way down court. What a catch by Carter. 50 yards down the field, as now that's going to be Charleston Catholic's ball and a chance to try to chip into that lead. Rushworth for the triple, missed it. Carter under the bucket, blocked, and it's going to stay with the Irish. That's the thing. I keep using that length of Carter and Rushworth. I just think if I'm Charleston Catholic that something will crack at some point if those two keep getting to the free throw line as it's put in by number 33, Williams. That's a nice shot off the inbounds pass, and it's a 1-point game. And normally when it's a 1-point game, I say, but I mean right now these two teams they're just playing a slower style, and a part of that they miss some shots, and we have a low-scoring game. Turned over, Rushworth. She's going to go to the bucket, put it up, and miss it, but she's going to get to go to the line for 2 more. And that foul is going to go against number 11, Sadie Worley. That'll be her first and the team's third of the quarter. Rushworth hits the first, and that's what I meant. Now that she's been there, and I mean, she missed a few, but now she's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm from the line. Rushworth will get one more. The second one's up, and it bounces off. Rebound. That's going to go out, and it'll go to the Irish. So now Rushworth will inbound again. She gets it in. We're knotted up here in the second quarter as she wanted the 3 ball, not there. Rushworth drives, feeds it inside. Williams outside, and the jumper's up, missed. Rebound Rushworth, who goes up and will again get a shot at 2 shots at the free throw line. And that's another thing she's doing for her team. That's 4 fouls on Herbert Hoover right now. And that's going to go against Worley, her second, team 4th. Next foul will give the Irish the opportunity to go to the free throw line for 2 shots, regardless of where it is. Remember, they're in the penalty now as Rushworth misses the first. She's going to get one more coming up. And the second one, that rattles in. So the Irish have their first lead at 7-6. Worley now running the point. As it's a 5-0 run for the Irish over the last minute 14. Haas up top. He's cut off, gets it over to the corner. Worley feeds the post, and that's going to be a foul. But I think Bird was looking to pass, but I think they're going to call that a shooting foul. And that's going to go against number 33, Williams, her first. Bird to the line. This is the first attempt for Herbert Hoover as that one rattles off. She'll get one more, though. And the second one rattles out. Rebound Williams. Rushworth inside. And gets Worley. Gosh, tough moves by her to keep handle of the ball. She's going to attack the basket, and not there. She's going to give it back outside. Haas, they're going to go to the corner. Haas wants the 3, doesn't take it, and she'll give it up to number 12, Wentz. Worley up top now. She's going to reset the offense. Direct traffic, screen coming. Worley drives around, kicks it to the corner, and it's up. Haas fakes it, kicks it out to the corner. Wentz for the ball. Got it. Or no, missed it. I'm sorry. I judge by the trajectory of it, and I've gotten into such a habit of that. But that one was clearly off as that one goes to Carter. She'll go inside and miss it. Rebound up, and it's on the floor. Tie up, and that's going to go back to the Huskies. As number 5, Wilcox checks back in for the Huskies. She has to be careful because she has 2 fouls. Wilcox and Worley both have 2 for the Huskies, as does Hill. Hill is on the bench right now. And for Charleston Catholic, they only have just one team foul at this point. Haas with the basketball, gives it over to the corner. 3 ball up and off, and it goes out off of Charleston Catholic, and it'll stay with Herbert Hoover. as now number 20, Allison Casto, checks in, and we're going to have a timeout here as looks like it's going to be a full. It's, you're watching Video Productions, or we'll be right back. And here we go, Herbert Hoover inbounds. It's going to be lobbed over, shot up, blocked by Williams. And now Charleston Catholic will have the basketball. That's number 11, Brammer, with controlling it, and she'll give it up top. And over to Rushworth for the triple. And she'll miss it. Rebound to Williams. And thrown inside. Carter just unable to hang on. And now Haas inbounds. She gets it to Wilcox. Back to Haas. And it's thrown out and to the corner to Wilcox. And she'll throw it back out to Casto and over to Haas. Haas drives in, gets it out, and gets it over to Haas. And over to number 14, Wentz. She'll drive in, kicks it to Casto, and over to Wilcox. She's double teamed, trapped, gets it to Bird. And a traveling violation. That'll give it back to Charleston Catholic. And now basketball, the Irish has it, as that's going to be thrown up top. And Rushworth will have it. She'll take it in, put it up and in. Mary Rushworth with her first field goal. I love how she keeps attacking even when things just have not been going her way this game. She continues to attack. As Haas kicks it to Wilcox in the corner. And back up. That being said, Herbert Hoover has been over 5 minutes with that, well over 5 minutes. In fact, their last field goal was Bella Haas's shot near the end of the first quarter. As Haas has it. It says over 5:19 on my stat program, but I think it's been well over that, as now more like 7 minutes, as now they go. Jumper up and off. Rebound Carter. Carter takes it and lobs it back up. I go to Rushworth again. She takes it in. Rushworth cut off. Good defense as they go back out. And they're going to try to get it in. Williams out. Rushworth drives, puts it up and in. And that's Mary Rushworth's second field goal. And it's now a 5-point Irish lead. They are on a 9-0 run over the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Haas running the point. She'll get it out to Casto. And over to Wentz. Haas. She'll back it up top. And she'll give it over. And that's number 20, Casto. Gives it to Morgan for the jumper and misses. Rebound by number 33, Williams. And now Rushworth with it. Takes it in. Rushworth to the bucket. Goes up. No foul call. Rebound by Herbert Hoover. And I think part of what hurts Hoover is having Hill on the bench with 2 fouls right now. Because, I mean, she had 4 of their 6 points, and not just that. I mean, she provided some size inside that was desperately needed to counter the attack of Rushworth. We're going to be right back. You're watching the FCA Hoops Classic, West Virginia, here on Video Productions. And here we go. Herbert Hoover basketball. They have been 7 minutes, 15 seconds, or almost over 8 minutes now without a field goal. Haas up top with the basketball as they put Hill back in the game, even though she has 2 fouls. Worley handling it. And she'll get it over to Cottrell. 3 ball from Worley, missed it. Rebound by Carter. And Charleston Catholic now has a chance to hold for the last shot. And they're going to lob it up to Rushworth. She'll take it, lob it over, and they'll go to Williams in the corner. She's double teamed and poked out and turned over. Cottrell at 6 at 5. She's got to get in there. It's poked out. No, it's going to go back to the Irish, and they'll have 3.6 seconds to potentially get a shot off. As it's thrown into Rushworth at 2, at 1. Rushworth at the buzzer, missed it, and that's going to do it for the first half. What a bizarre halftime score, 11-6, as there's some cold shooting out there, but the teams are trying, and I love their defensive intensity. We're going to take a break and come back. You're watching the West Virginia Fellowship of Christian Athletes Hoops Classic here on Video Productions. And we're back. Charleston Catholic basketball here to start the third quarter, and I think both teams will see what adjustments they make to look to generate a little more offense here in this second half. As Rushworth has it, she gives it back out. Rushworth again drives inside, puts it up, blocked. And Carter, though, gets the board. And it's taken in. Rushworth's open for the triple and misses. Rebound Carter put up and missed. Herbert Hoover, though, got to get something on the board. They did not have a single point in the second quarter. And they will have the basketball coming up now. Haas running the point. And she'll be met by Rushworth at quarter court. Over to Worley. And Worley guarded tightly, and she'll lob it over to Haas. And back up to Worley. I think Herbert Hoover, I think they need to do more at either a cut, like a backdoor cut, like what worked in the first quarter, or try to get into the paint. I just don't think there's much movement out inside the three-point arc. Haas for the triple. Missed it. Rebound Carter. And that's going to be thrown in. Williams has it, and it's thrown down court. Rushworth for Charleston Catholic. They throw it down. It's put up and missed. Carter with it now. And thrown up top for the triple. Missed. Rebound up, under, missed. Rebound by Williams, and there's a fight for the loose ball, and it's going to stay with the Irish. As it's launched in, Rushworth open, gets it in, and it's thrown outside. Carter, and he gets it over, and good shot. And Raheen gets the bucket. That's her first. And it's a 7-point lead, an 11-0 run for the Irish. And the Huskies have not scored. They led 6-2 near the end of the first quarter. Haas kicks it out to Worley. The team shooting Huskies 18%, the Irish 19% from the field right now. As Worley has it, the difference is the Irish have gotten to the free throw line a lot more. And a timeout taken by Herbert Hoover. And that'll be a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back. You're watching Video Productions. Okay, we're back, and we're looking at about an 11 to 12-minute drought scoring for Herbert Hoover right now. As it's thrown into Hill. She had 4 in the first quarter. That may be an option as Worley gets it to the corner for the triple. Got it! And that's number 5, Wilcox, that's a 2, but that breaks the drought of over nearly a quarter and a half scoring. And Herbert Hoover still in this thing. That's going to be turned over, and they'll get the ball back. I mean, to think a quarter and a half without scoring, but, I mean, they're only down 5 right now. I mean, and, you know, both teams they're just not shooting the ball well. It's just one of those days. But you also have to credit them for their defense. Hill catches it under the bucket, puts it up, misses. And that's going to go out, and Wilcox recovers. Or, nope, she's on the line. That's going to go back to the Irish. But, again, that's what Hill – I mean, that was good interior defense against her. But that's what you have to do is attack the paint. Go into her, get the ball in the paint. She could get to the free throw line or potentially score. As it's thrown over, and that's going to be a turnover. Right now, the team's about equal on turnovers. That's That's the 7th for the Irish, as now Haas will inbound to Worley and back to Haas. Haas will be picked up by Rushworth, and she'll get it into Worley. They feed it inside. Hill goes up again, in and out. Rebound Hill and a foul, and that's what I was talking about. Hill's going to get to go to the line for 2 shots, as she has not been there yet. 4 points and 4 rebounds for Hill, but she was on the bench for much of the first half in foul trouble. And that foul will go against number 1, Layla Carter. That'll be her first, the team's first. And Hill's shot is nothing but net. She'll get one more. And the second shot is good. So 4 in a row for the Huskies now, and they continue the full court man-to-man. As Williams now gives it up. As they're changing their press from more of a zone press to try to force a little bit of tempo here. As it's the fight, it's thrown under. Outside, shots taken and missed. Rebound. That's going to go to the Irish and a foul. And Rushworth will get to go to the free throw line again. She does a good job getting there. Tonight has struggled, only 3 of 10. But again, I admire how she's getting, still, keeping her poise and not getting frustrated by it. She's continuing to attack. She's hit 3 of her last 5. She'll put the first one up, and it goes off. She's going to get one more. It's up, and it's good. So a 4-point lead for the Irish. And Rushworth now with 8 on the game, leading all scores. Worley drives, gets it over to Wilcox. She'll drive and is cut off by Carter. She wants to feed it into Hill. Good defense. That's going to be an offensive foul on Wilcox. But that was good interior defense on Carter. Much credit to her. She did a good job fronting Hill and preventing the pass on the inside. As now that's going to be Herbert Hoover will come out pressing again as it's thrown in, deflected out, and it's going to go back to Herbert Hoover. So the game switched a little bit since they've gone to that full court man defense, as they mostly ran a zone press in the first half. As Haas inbounds to Worley. She's going to drive and take it back. Worley kicks it out, and that's going to be a backcourt foul. Well, that'll just go out of bounds, actually, and it's going to go back to the Irish. And that's a 10th team turnover for the Huskies. And here we go. Rushworth now on the inbounds pass. She'll give it over. Thrown inside. Back out Carter. And that's going to be Rushworth. Thrown over. Williams lobs it out. And Carter, thrown into Williams. Puts the shot up. Misses. Rebound by number 11, Worley. And Haas thought about it, 3, puts the floater up instead, misses. Rebound Carter. And she's triple teamed in the backcourt. Carter gets it out, and it's taken away, and the 2 teams fall on it. Worley with it, the possession arrows in favor of the Huskies. And I assume that's going to be a jump ball, but we'll see. That is, and that's going to give it back to the Huskies here with 2:59 to go in the third quarter. Worley inbounds, gets it to Haas, back to Worley. They wanted to hit Worley for 3 on the corner, but that was good denial as Haas goes in, puts the floater up, and draws the foul. And Bell is going to get to go to the free throw line for 2 shots now. And that's what I was mentioning earlier. It seemed like that Herbert Hoover was doing a lot passing the ball on the outside. But when you do things like that, that's when you have the potential to make a spark, as the first free throw's missed. She's going to get one more, though. And the second shot's good. And a timeout taken. This is going to be a full. We're going to take it as well. You're watching the West Virginia FCA Hoops Classic here on Video Productions. I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe type that top part in that Strata Sports Suite. I'm not sure, to be honest. They set it up for me. Brian Shepard would know.
I'll ask Brian after this because I'd like to be able to see that.
Yeah, that would be just, yeah, especially with being a coach and everything.
Yeah, I'd like
break down. And we're back. Irish basketball here. As it's inbounded, taken away by Herbert Hoover. And a foul called. As that's going to be. And that's going to go. And that is going to go against number 10, Rushworth. That'll be her first. So now the Huskies could cut it to 1 or tie it on this possession. As it's thrown inside, Haas in the corner gets it out to Worley. And over to Haas. She'll take it against Casto, get it out to number 2, Cottrell. And she'll drive inside, get it over to Haas. And over to Worley. 1 of the 3 not there. Into Hill, puts it up and in. And Natalie Hill has 8. And it's a 1-point game. As it's a full court press as Williams has it, nearly taken away, but gets it out up top. Carter inside and a foul. That's going to be the 3rd team foul on Herbert Hoover. That'll go against number 11, Worley, and that'll be her 4th. Oh, and that's Worley, one of their primary ball handlers. That's a big foul. As it's slapped and inbounded to Carter, and she throws the shot up, misses, rebounded, and a foul called. And that's going to go against Haas, her 2nd, team 4th. Next foul will give the Irish the opportunity for 2 free throws for every foul for the remainder of the quarter. As it's thrown into Carter. And up top. Over to Casto and over to the corner to Williams. Taken away by Haas. And she's going one-on-one to the bucket. Goes up with a shot, misses. Rebound off and into the hands of Worley. Haas from outside. Misses it. Rebound off, and it's going to be a foul. And we'll see who that gets called on. And that's going to go against number 5, Wilcox. That's her first, so her and Worley both were Herbert Hoover on the floor with 4 fouls. Well, Wilcox will go out momentarily, I believe. And now Raheem will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. As that was a 5th team foul. So Sarah Raheen, this will be her first trip to the line, and she sinks that one. One more coming up for Raheen. It's up, and it's good. So Haas now running the point. And that puts the Irish back up by 3. Again, in a game like this, that's a big lead. As number 12, Katie Wentz, has it, and she gets it out to number 2, Cottrell. Throw go inside to Hill. Post, spins, turns, blocked, but a foul. And Hill will get to go to the line for 2 shots. And that's what I'm talking about. They're doing a good job dumping it into Hill and getting her the chance to go to the line. And, of course, if I'm the Irish, I think because they've only at one of their last 11 shots, and I think in part I haven't seen nearly as much them try as Hill misses the first, but I haven't seen them try to get Rushworth nearly as involved. And if I'm the Irish, these next couple possessions, I try to get something to her to get her going again. As Hill misses the second, and Carter comes down with it. She's double teamed, and they're going to call a foul. And that's going to go against Haas. That'll be her 3rd, and they are in the penalty, so the Irish will go to the free throw line and Carter will get 2 shots. Layla Carter has been there once tonight. She is 0 for 1 on that end. Carter has 2 points, but also 10 boards as she'll miss the first. She'll get 1 more, though. Second shot, that one bounces in. 1:08 to go in the 3rd now. And Herbert Hoover, we'll see what they do. They may hold for the last shot. Haas gets it over to Cottrell and back over to Haas. They're trying to get Hill on the inside. Good job fronting by Williams. Talina Williams doing a great job on that ball denial. As the shot's taken, it's a 3 and it's good. What a shot. And it's thrown in, baked in by Gray. And that was Katie Wentz that hit that last 3, and Gray brings the league back out to 3. As it's thrown in, Wentz in the corner, back up to Haas. And over to Cottrell. 18 seconds to go. Haas up top with the basketball. Gets it in. High post. And it's given over. Haas at 9. She's going to have to, I try for Hill. If not Hill, Haas is going to have to throw it up, and it's off. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. The score 19-16. Charleston Catholic leading Herbert Hoover. And we're going to get ready to start the 4th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Hoops Classic here on Video Productions. And we're going to start the fourth quarter off Charleston Catholic basketball. I go right to Mary Rushworth on this possession if I'm Charleston Catholic. As it's thrown inside, Carter surrounded, gets it out to Williams. They're going to go cross court, back up. Good ball movement. Rushworth drives. She's cut off. Gets it back up top. Over to Rushworth for the triple. And misses. Not a bad look, but that's going to go off. As three-point shooting, Herbert Hoover is one of 7 Charleston Catholic, one of 7 Charleston Catholic, 0 of 7 right now, as Haas looks to feed Hill on the inside and throws it away. Rushworth now with the basketball driving, and she's going to go to the bucket, put it up, and miss it, but she'll get to go to the line for 2 more. She's been there 12 times, only hit 4 of them, but like I said, she missed her first 5, so, she's hit 4 of 7 since. So, she's getting better from there as the night goes on. As Rushworth puts the first one up, and it's nothing but net. And again, a 4-point lead in a game like this. This is a big lead. One more coming up for Rushworth, and it's good. Big shots from Rushworth, as she's now hit 6 of her last 9. Haas with the basketball, throws it into Hill, puts it up and in. Hill to double digits now, and it's a 3-point game. Rushworth gets it over, as now Herbert Hoover will stay in a zone. It's back up top, over to Rushworth. She fakes the 3, drives in, and doubled on the outside into Carter. Turnaround jumper, missed. Williams to get the board, and she's fouled. And that's going to go on number 12, Wentz, which should be her second. And that'll be the team's second. So now number 33, Williams, will go to the free throw line. She hasn't been there today so far. 9 of 19 from the line as a team is Charleston Catholic. Williams misses the first. So she'll get one more coming up. The second one off. Rebound into the hands of Wentz. And she slides, and the ball goes out off of the Irish. Wouldn't be surprised to see some brooms come out shortly, as there's been players slipping and sliding all over the place today. As now it's thrown into number 2, Cottrell. And Haas will handle the point, as they could cut it to 1 or tie it on this possession. Haas with the basketball. And inside to Hill, hangs on to it. Hill gets it out. Haas up top against Rushworth. Screen from Hill. Haas for the jumper. Missed it. Rebound by number 20, Gray. And it's nearly taken away. Rushworth has it. And nice fake by Mary Rushworth, and she goes up for the bucket. As it's thrown down and a technical called. And coach was not happy or something, and we have an ejection. Wow. We have an ejection on the end of Herbert Hoover. I am not going to go any further into details, but that is going to give Charleston Catholic an opportunity from the free throw line. Regardless of what you think about the quality of the officiating, that's just not – you're only down 5 in the fourth. I know it's been a tough game shooting the basketball, but wow. And now Rushworth is going to get a couple shots for this, and she'll hit the first. And that's what I talked about. Rushworth's in a rhythm. She missed her first 5, but she's been 7 of 10 since. And she'll put the second one up, and that one's off. I think I might have jinxed her. She'll get 2 more. As an announcer, I've jinxed many a free throw shooter. Rushworth will get the next one. It's up, and it's in. One more coming for Mary Rushworth. And it's in. So she goes 3 for 4. A 5-point lead is now an 8-point lead, as we have had an ejection. The Herbert Hoover coach has been ejected. I'm not going to mention names even on this one, as now. So now that's going to be inbounded. And a 9-2 run over the last 2:33 by Charleston Catholic. Rushworth controlling the point. Herbert Hoover in his zone. Rushworth gets it over to Brammer, and they're going to go inside to Carter. Brammer's going to try the jumper and miss it. Rebound by Wilcox. And she'll give it to Worley, who's running the point. Worley gets it over to Wilcox. She drives inside, out. Worley wanted the three, not there. Drives to the bucket, puts it up, misses, gets her board, takes it out. Wilcox for the triple, missed it. Rebound Williams. She had good position there. Carter now with it. She's going to get it to Williams and over to Brammer. Rushworth inside, takes it, goes up and misses. Rebound by Williams. Jumper taken by Brammer. Miss. Rebound into the hands of Worley. Sadie Worley, that's her 8th rebound. As she's going to take it now down court and loses the handle on it and gets it to her teammate, though, Wentz, as it's cross court to Haas. And over to Worley. And lobbed across court to Wilcox and missed and taken down by Williams. Rebound, that's her 9th. She has 9. Layla Carter has 10. As now Rushworth gets it over to Brammer, back up. Inside, number 33, Williams gets it out. Carter gets it out. And nearly taken away by Worley. Williams, I think she put that jumper up because that's going to be a foul. And the first team foul against the Irish this quarter, as that's going to go against Williams, and that will be her 3rd. But I think she threw that shot up because she thought she was being fouled. And a full timeout taken. We're going to take it as well. We'll be right back. You're watching the West Virginia FCA Hoops Classic on the Video Productions. And Haas will run the point here as we approach the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. It's thrown to Wilcox. She attacks, taken away by Rushworth. And she's going to go, put it up and in, misses. Rushworth back up, misses. Carter, and she'll draw the foul. And that is a 5th team foul on the Huskies, meaning that any foul from now on will send the Irish to the line for 2 shots, shooting or not. And Haas has to be careful. That's her 4th foul. Carter misses the first. Carter was at the line. She's 1 for 3 there so far. 1 for 4 as she's going to put the second one up and misses. Well, she has a good high arcing shot on that. That's going to stay with the Irish. And here we go. And it's inbounded. Rushworth up top. Gets it over to Carter and to Williams. Williams inside as that's going to be brought back out by Raheen. She'll take it against the zone, give it to Brammer, and Raheen over to Rushmore. Rushworth as Rushworth on the outside now as they're slowing it down, and I can't blame them at this point. As it's thrown inside, little jump hook from Williams misses. Rebound Wilcox. Thrown down court. Haas drives in, kicks it out. Three-pointer up and missed. Hill there with the rebound. She goes up, misses, gets the rebound, misses again. Worley with the rebound. Wilcox for the jumper. Got it. And I think that was a two. It was. As Colleen Wilcox, that is, I believe that's 4 for her now. And it's deflected, taken away by Wilcox, and a foul against Rushworth. As now that's going to give Herbert Hoover the basketball here with 2:50 remaining. That's Rushworth's second foul. And it's thrown into Haas. And we have a timeout called. It's going to be a full. We'll be right back. You're watching the West Virginia FCA Hoops Classic here on Video Productions. And here we go, Herbert Hoover basketball here with 2:46 remaining. As Haas will inbound, she gets it into Worley. Worley back to Haas. Haas and Worley and Wilcox all have to be careful as they all have 4 fouls. It's turned over. Williams now the other way, and she's going to get it to Raheen. She brings it back out. And they're going to play keep away here these last 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Rushworth will set up the offense. Screen coming from Carter as it's given over to Williams. Back to Carter and over to Rushworth. She'll take the basketball and give it over to Raheen. Here as we approach 2 minutes to go. And up top to Williams. Raheen. And nice feed inside. Shots missed. Rebound Wilcox, and the possession arrow is with the Huskies on the jump ball. And Haas now running the point position. I think I try to get it to Wilcox in the corner if possible on this possession. She seems to be money from there. As it's turned over, Rushworth has it now. She's going to take it on Haas, put it up and in. And part of that is a foul situation. Haas has to be careful with 4 and pretty much had no choice but to go a little easier on Rushworth. As Worley drives it in, and it's taken out, rebounded. It's going to go to the Irish. And a foul called. And a technical. And that's going to go against Wilcox, and she is out. And I think Wilcox was jawing with a couple of the fans. Like, that was not directed at I think somebody was, I don't know if somebody was taunting her or what, but she is now finished for the day. Had 4 points and 7 rebounds to go along with an assist and 2 blocks, as Rushworth will hit the first free throw. She'll get one more, and this will be her 20th free throw attempt today. I mean, what a wild game. And that rattles in. I mean, you just think without the coach ejection and without the technical on that, I mean, that's 5 points right there. That's a 5-point difference in a game like this. I mean, this has just been wild. And you got to remember what you're representing in the FCA. You're representing Jesus Christ, something far, far bigger than yourself. As now that's number 22, that's Sarah Raheen going to the line, as she's going to get the first, and that one's good. And again, I emphasize, I mean, without that's 6 points off of technical foul free throws. One more coming up, and she'll hit the second. Make that 7 points off of the foul technical free throws from the ejection. And then the technical later on is now Charleston Catholic will inbound, and they're probably just going to play keep away at this point. As Rushworth has it, she's guarded by Worley, and that goes out, and it'll go back to Herbert Hoover. Now Worley running the point. She'll give it over to Hill, back to Worley, and back to Haas. She drops back, takes the three, and misses. Rebound by Carter. And she sprints down court. Carter, coast to coast, puts it up and in. Number 1, Layla Carter. Her 5th point. She has 12 rebounds as well. And it's a 14-point lead. As a foul called. That's going to go against Carter, her 2nd, the team 3rd. And at the line will be number 14, Terry Wentz. One more coming up for Wentz. As Charleston Catholic has substitutions. And that's going to, as that one's off, Hill gets the ball. She kicks it out. Haas to the corner. 3 from Worley off. And the rebound and tie up. It's going to go back to the Irish. And this one's going to be taken in, and that's going to do it for this one. The final, the Charleston Catholic Irish defeat the Huskies of Herbert Hoover 34-20. As we're going to turn it over to the court for the MVP awards. Congratulations to Natalie Hill and to Layla Carter on their MVP awards. We're going to be back here in a bit as we're going to switch it up to the men's division as we have Herbert Hoover and Ripley going at it. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.